Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse cast inside of East Yorkshire. And today we have a free on Cassia Lutean. Over in the Imperial Guard corner we have got Sly Marborough, we have got Yesiek as the Dark Eldar, and we have Onion as the Chaos Space Marines. On the opposing team we have got Nico Chan as the Tau, because obviously weebs. We have got Tycrion as the Space Marine player, and we have Dim On E as the Imperial Guard. So very, very interesting map this. I mean, lots of buildings and choke points and all that stuff in the middle. We do have one critical location here on this like really interesting little platform. We'd have some critical locations on the far side as well. And one thing that I found quite interesting about this map is that everyone has got a relic around the back. So plenty of opportunity for relic units to get involved in the middle. Let's see what everyone's going for. So, conscripts and whatnot, plasma gens, all that jazz. Going for fleet of fire. Ah, it's basically fleet of foot. Portals, Hall of Bloods, Monkus laboratories, cultists, and all that jazz. Coming from these boys. Got some pathfinders, and all just everyone's getting. Oh, mind you, we've got a Tetra Scout Speeder coming out as well. Yeah, so just general, normal stuff from everyone. Nothing too absolutely crazy. Everyone just capturing their nearest and dearest. We do have a bit of a engagement going on in the middle. Some cultists have seen this Tetra Scout Speeder. We'll stop trying to capture this critical location in the middle and just engage in some sort of, not attacking it, just kind of just rubbing their faces against it. They do see these Pathfinders and will probably want to push these boys away. More cultists coming out as well. Tetra Scout Speeder trying to ignore them and maybe doing a bit of scouting himself, focusing down on, or never mind, maybe not doing any scouting. Cultists will push these Pathfinders all the way back home. We will have some breaches coming from the Tau, as well as going straight to their path to Enlightenment. So going up to tier 1 for then. Remember, in Ultimate Apocalypse you start at tier 0 and then go on to tier 1. Imperial Guardsmen Riders moving forth and engaging into close combat with these regular regular Imperial Guard conscripts. Won't stand up to all that much, although mind you, the Imperial Guard's horse riders do not like to stay long when being shot at by bullets and whatnot. Reaver jet bike moving into the base. These Pathfinders with an extremely long firing arc. They do have their rail rifles online. This Reaver jet bike will not survive very long in the range combat. Will have them pushed away. We do have some horsemen trying to take on this assault squad. We do also have a Chaos attack bike in as well. Some Hellions on their skyboards jumping in. Chaos attack bike doing a 360 no scope, doing a whole bunch of backflips and kickflips, Tony Hawking all about the place. Heavy bottle turret trying to be built up. Although these Hellions are moving around, killing all the servitors and just pushing straight into the middle of this base. Now, middle player, quite a defensible position, obviously, because we've got allies either side that can come straight away to assist in the defense. Hellions not wanting to get involved with these attack Marines will just jump over the side. Attack bike has gone down. That dude was firing at something. Oh, one singular Imperial Guardsman rider survives.
Ready to ride.
Assault Marines taking care of these Hellions. Hellions will try and jump away, although they don't jump all that far, to be honest. Maybe a bit of a misclick. Assault Marines will send those boys packing. More Assault Marines coming over here. Going to be trying to push back these Imperial conscripts. Sorry, not Imperial conscripts. Sorry, they were Mandrakes. Mandrakes. Fair enough. So because there's Imperial Guard over this side, Imperial Guard over on this side, I got a bit confused. Which isn't a hard thing to do, to be fair. These scouts being stabbed in the backside by the Imperial Guardsman riders. Reaver jet bike moving out. There does look like to be a stealth suit firing away over at these boys. Assault Marines jumping over, going to be slapping the horses. Horse riders not going to survive very long. They will quickly scoot out of this way. There are some more riders over yonder, although they probably won't want to deal with these Assault Marines. Assault Marines are very beefy boys. We do have Chaos Space Marines on the wings. Lovely pink armour. Potential children, Legion, Children's Emperor, whatever. Emperor's Children, that's the one. We have a sentry turret. The Tau, they are playing the defensive game. There was something going on around the back. Oh, sorry, I thought that was someone flanking, going around the side, being a bit cheeky. Do have a mass of Chaos and Imperial Guard over on this side. A XV-88 broadside battlesuit just chilling around here. Imperial Guard's horsemen will try and get as close as possible, just tie up these boys from long-range combat. They have got their marker light drones, I don't believe that's what they're called. Marker drone and shield drone. These boys are going to move in and provide some supporting fire. Horsemen, not the tankiest of there, and they won't survive for all that much longer, especially with these assault marines jumping around the side. There are some mandrakes coming in trying to distract them and cause a bit of mischief. Scout Tetra vehicle for the Tau has gone down. All the horses have been turned into glue by the Tau, and the Chaos Space Marines will be pushed back. Very good defense from the Tau and Space Marine player. We do have some warriors. Let's have a quick look at what's going on the bases. Machine cults for the Chaos. Do have a disco going on in the Dark Eldar base. What was that just then? Oh, it's a whole bunch of upgrades. Do have 2 people in the field command. Mechanized command going for some Chimera assault tanks. I assume, we've got some sentries. Sentry depot being built up. We have a Chimera assault tank for the green guardsman over here, moving in. And we do have a big old push coming from the Tau and Space Marine player. We have a quick look at the economy. 206 and 216. Very similar, very similar. It all looks quite similar to me, in all honesty.
I have the enemy in my sights.
Scouts being pushed back by these Chaos Space Marines. Warriors moving in to support, although this is not a surmountable amount of fire for the Dark Eldar and Chaos at the moment. They will need to build up the forces a little bit more. There's some mischief going on over here, though. Special weapons team moving in, causing all sorts of havoc round the back. Brother Captain having a look. Chimera assault tank is down to half health. But these guys are just going to move around, and these guys will either have to build up some defense at home or just carry on pushing, I suppose. Brother Captain, upgraded with his jump pack, will just be focusing straight away on this Chimera assault tank. Do have the special weapons team with their little banner and whatnot. And we have a Sentinel Scout Walker also moving in. There's some ranged combat going over here. Heavy bottle turret trying to be put up by these cultists, or heretics, sorry. But these the Pathfinders with their rail rifles, as well as the XV-88 broadside battlesuits, nowhere near within the range of the heavy bottle turrets. Heavy bottle turrets are probably not the way to go. They have a slow, insurmountable push from the Purple Guard. They do have a Field Commander Lieutenant, which is a lovely... Yeah, I like that. That's good. Nice little diversity from the command squad. We do have the Assault Marines being demoralised. But it looks like it's a Dark Eldar ability, demoralising everyone and anyone. We have a whole bunch of sentry turrets going down. This is like a scanner for the Chaos, so they're able to see what's going on, and they will be using that to move forward, seeing if there's any invisible units. These Chaos Marines will be trying to fire as much as they can into the XV-88 broadside battlesuits. These battlesuits aren't the most tanky of boys, considering that they are big old mechs. They do not take much punishment. There are also some engagements going on over here. Guardsman on guardsman. I do quite like how there's like a little theme, like you've got Imperial Guard, Chaos, and Dark Eldar. So this is like the... Well, these guardsmen are like the traitor guardsmen, and these are like the goody guardsmen, I suppose. Speaking of guardsmen, I've started reading the Kachan Devil's book, which is an amazing book. There's wonderful orc scenes in there. If you're looking for a 140k book to read, I do highly recommend that. High amount of Pathfinders shooting away, still within the watchful eyes of the Chaos Disco. Chaos Predator moving forward. Not been upgraded with any anti-vehicles yet. Primarily they just want to annihilate any of this relatively squishy heavy infantry and the elite infantry of the Pathfinders. We also have some Hell Talons moving in. Over here we do have some more Dark Eldar nonsense demoralising everyone, and one singular heavy weapons team holding the line against the Loyalist Guardsmen. Lots of sentry turrets firing away as Hell Talon not seeming to give one flying iota or jot about all these sentry turrets. Chaos Predator moving forward as well, and we do have some Plague Marines. Excellent stuff. Moving forward, tanking everything that they can. We do have a lot of Assault Marines coming around the side there. These Plague Marines will probably not see the light of day for much longer. Chaos Predator still on good health. Hell Talon still also surviving quite well. We have some warriors as well, also having their... They can see the invisible people ability being popped on them as well, I do believe. Some more turrets being thrown down over yonder. Piranha Skimmer. God, reading is hard. Being taken down. There's some devastating Marines flanking the Chaos Predator. Will have no avenue of escape, and the Hell Talon looks like it's also gone down as well. So Chaos Push will be stopped for the moment. Lehman Russ battle tank on Lehman Russ battle tank. There is lots of las guns going on over here, and that the purple one will go down. Also being shot at by something else. I can see missiles coming down on it. It's like a supreme... Is it the communications tower maybe? I'm not entirely sure. But there were missiles coming down. What's coming down from the other side? Who knows really in this game of madness, explosions. That's absolutely terrifying. A Primaris Psyker. Good lord, love that little sword detail. It's very good stuff. General over yonder. Going to be upgraded some bionics and a Macarian cross. Hydra anti-air tank. Out on its way. Lehman Russ holding firm. Primaris Psyker teleporting around the side. He is being flanked by two priests. Hydra shooting away at the Lehman Russ. Scouts moving around the side. They have an upgrade with a bolter and a shotgun. This will push a lot of the traitor guardsmen back. Basilisk firing away. Tower of Loathing turret has been popped down here as well. Primaris Psyker holding firm. Oh, sorry, no, it's bloody hell. This is quite difficult to get to cast. Slime Arbro's Psyker over here, and then this is the Loyalist one. Okay, I'm going to leave this combat while I've still got some brain cells left. Assault Marines jumping in the middle, and then going to be looking around and seeing what they can do with this Raider. Raider has got some regular warriors on there. We also have a Talos as well. Going to be focusing down on this listing post. Going to give these warriors and this Marauder Bomber some room to manoeuvre in. A Whirlwind Mark II. Two Whirlwind Mark IIs firing in as well. That might be where we saw those missiles coming in from earlier. And we also have some XV-88 Broadside Shaft Sphere Elites, which I do believe they just got like really big, yeah, just generally bigger and chunkier with larger weapons and whatnot. Tau still holding very firm over here, knocking back all the Chaos Space Marine nonsense. Do believe that there's going to be a bit of a Nurgle theme for this Chaos player. Two Lehman Russ battle tanks out. Primaris of the Traitor being blasted about. Hydra anti-air tank also being destroyed. Heavy weapons team firing away as best they can with their las guns. Two heavy weapons teams moving forward. Well, these ones don't need to set up. They can just kind of just move along. They don't need to have these like sandbags around them. And the ever marching of the Imperial Guard of the Loyalist Legions. Ah, yeah, there we go. It was definitely a Whirlwind Mark 1 before the exploding rockets. Cool, we're all learning. Big push coming from the Tau, although a Death Wheel is out. And it will be doing what it can. Solo trying to charge into these boys. Although will not survive for very long. Very Skaven-esque vibes going on there. Crit Hounds finishing off these warriors that fell off the raider. Some Plague Marines along with a Champion of Nurgle pushing forward. Although they do not have the numbers to deal with this. What's going on down here? Do have a Possessed Marine just standing in the middle. Clearly did not want to live. Lehman Russ is being destroyed over here. No team at the moment getting all that much in the way of a commanding stance. Although, mind you, this tower play does look very intimidating at the moment. Crit Hounds moving into the base. Demon Pit going to be blown up by the very wonderful effects of the XV-88s. Plague Marines just kind of hiding around the side. Warriors charging into a suicidal situation. Lots of disco stuff going on over here. Do have an Incubus Coven. Witches. And all that stuff. In fact, let's have a look at the... so we can see what they're having a look at. No crazy relic units as of yet for many of the players. Do have a Brass Scorpion coming out for the Chaos player. How slow but surely pushing into the base of the Chaos player though. They will need to have assistance from their allies if they wish to survive for much longer. Witches are going to come around the side, but being spotted by these Fire Warriors, they will be killed very, very quickly. They just managed to get into close combat, but then... well, they will be able to cut through the armor pretty quickly, but they will not survive the firing. Assault Marines coming around the side, taking down all the Plague Marines. Brass Scorpion still slow but surely on its way out. There's some Chaos Terminators, 2 squads in total. And this does not look like the best situation. Reaper, artillery unit, will be firing into the mass of Tau. Tau warriors will not survive very long if they stay grouped up like that. Brass Scorpion, huge unit. It's a relic unit as well. So we'll be moving out and it will push all these boys back. Instantly breaking all the morale. What a wonderful little unit as well. Or big unit should we say. And they go in, swinging its tail around. Warp fire being fired everywhere. These battle suits will not want to stay for much longer. Need to get out there as quickly as possible. Sky Ray missile gunship doing what it can. Although it's not that much. We also have some Imperial Guard nonsense. Ah, look at that. Imperial Guard nonsense going onto the base. Forcing the Tau player back. We have a Ironclad Dreadnought jumping in. Going to be seeing if they can tie up these guardsmen. Preventing any nonsense. Valkyrie Transport is going to drop something down. What will it drop there? It will be dropping... we've got, oh, bloody hell, we've got loads of Valkyrie drops coming in. Friend and foe alike. Valkyrie there being shot down there, so I don't know if it was able to drop its payload, unless the payload was the Caskins. I'm not entirely sure what anyone was dropping there. Ironclad smacking everyone around him. Lots of souls being dropped. More Skyway gunships being built up. Brass Scorpion, quite low on health. Might want to bring him back a bit. Chaos Terminators moving forward. Skyray gunship being slapped in the face. We do have some... oh, these guys over here are just holding firm. They're more or less concentrating on the damage that they were able to do over here. Lots more sentry turrets being built up. Warp Beasts moving around the side. The assistance of the Raider. Whirlwind Mark 1s. Getting a little bit close for comfort, to be fair. Might not want to stay there for too long. Brass Scorpion in the middle. The main centerpiece of death and destruction. And I'm not sure if not sure what's happening to the sound. I don't know if it's changed on the video's end, but seems like all the music stopped, but that's okay. We've got the big orbital bombardment coming round, focusing on these Chaos Terminators. Ironclad Dreadnought has just pushed right past the Brass Scorpion. They don't seem to care all that much. They will just move forward. Assault Marines doing their utmost to stop this Brass Scorpion, but the Brass Scorpion seems to be holding quite firm. Imperial Guards of the Loyalist side moving down in the into the Traitor Guardsman area. Lieutenant Command Tank firing away into these Cassicans. We do have some more Lehman Russes ready, made in the Mechanized Command, waiting for their build time to finish and their pop command to increase. No Baneblades as of yet. We don't seem to be seeing anything like that in the way of the Imperial Guard. Yeah, doesn't seem like it. Do have some orbital relays. Do have oh, good lord, we've got a great and clean one. Let's have a quick gander at him. Beautiful. Dawn of War 2 model. We'll take that. Fantastic stuff. So all the big units for the Chaos player. Doesn't go halves. He goes for the Terminators and the Great and Clean one. Absolutely phenomenal. These guys slowly but surely wrecking their way into the base. They will be having a flanking Devastator Marines round the side. Chaos Terminators slowly but surely trundling their way towards the Tau base. Great and Clean one doing what he can against this Cadre headquarters. Sentry turrets impotently firing into the flabby mass of the Greater Demon. Guidance beacon is being set up there, which is all drones, Orc units, Barracudas and Mantras. Or Mantas, sorry. Brass Scorpion now focusing fire on these sentry turrets. These Chaos Termies are going to be slowly but surely wiped out by the Loyalist Terminators and Devastator Marines. This Cadre headquarters is holding on there. 88 broadsides firing away. More Terminators. We do have a significant amount of Valkyries there coming over here. So there will be, I assume, if they're the... Which ones are there? They're the Traitors. Ah, there they are, the Traitor Guardsmen. So more infantry to pad out the Chaos Assault. Brass Scorpion does finally go down. And it does look like the Cadre headquarters will be smashed into smithereens. Let's have a look from the tower perspective. Has he built up any other things? As he was building up a Cadre headquarters over here. Do a Mars Pattern Command for Loyalist. Imperial Guard as well, so we might be seeing some Baneblades. Big, venerable Dreadnought being deep striked into the midst of these Cassicans. Great and Clean one still on a quite a sizable amount of health. Trueborn Warriors being taken down by these Devastator Marines. We do have some Clawed Fiends, which I do believe that is a Dark Eldar unit. It is a Dark Eldar unit. Only the big units in this game, apparently. Do have some sniper drones coming in. And we will need to see some movement or some response from the forces of good or relative good in this battle. Couple of Baneblades at the very least to hold back the warp presence available on the map at the moment. Venerable Dreadnought though, racking up some kills, getting some decent punches, picking up a guardsman, spinning him around. Which, to be honest, do you need to spin a guardsman around after you've stabbed him? Or is it just adding insult to injury? Clawed Fiend. Interestingly, you have two of them in a squad, which is probably a lore reason for that I'm not privy to. More guardsmen being dropped in. And this Tau player is just very much on his own at the moment. Abandoning his base and rebuilding it elsewhere between the Space Marines and the Imperial Guard. Ogrins have now been dropped. And they will be trying to slap around these... Oh no, sorry, not... Are they slapping them around? Oh, they're slapping around some Loyalist Terminators. And man, looked like they were going for the Cassicans then. XV-22 Commander trying to bring down this Great and Clean one. Great and Clean one is currently just about getting to half health. So who knows, maybe by the time that they've killed the Great and Clean one, Chaos can probably build up another one. But what's going on in the base of the Chaos? Are they getting any more big stuffs? Obliterators. Not much else. Any other big doofers? Nothing in the way of Titans or anything, but we do have lots of tanks. Do have a Baneblade being cooked up. These clawed fiends not surviving very well solo. They will need a little bit more support, I reckon. It does look like the clawed fiends are going to go down if they don't get out there anytime soon. 800 to reinforce their squad. Well, I suppose that's one of the benefits of having two models in your big deadly unit. Pull them in, one of them dies, pull them out, rebuild them, and then, well, it just helps with their longevity, really, doesn't it? Special weapons teams on the flanks of this engagement. Lehman Rust Demolisher, Terminators, Obliterators are over here as well. Going to be mincing their way through these Terminators. Does some XV8 Sunfire battlesuits. Which they might be able to do something against these Terminators, these Obliterators, to be fair. Or maybe they weren't. Never mind me. That was just me trying to be positive. I do quite like the intimidating slow movements of the Great and Clean one. Won't get anywhere fast, but once he gets there, core blimey, we also have a Soulstorm as well to add insult to injury. Although, mind you, I don't know if it's attacking anything or... It does look like it's getting these Terminators there. Do have a Ravager around here. A couple of Deep Strike Beacons. The Storm Raven Fury, a Relic Air unit, is going to be built up. And there's, I mean, it's really just a Great and Clean one just going solo at the moment. Ravager also doing what they can. Basilisk been shot down by some Terminators, although, mind you, the Basilisk seems to be holding up against the Terminator fire. Ravager been shot down by some Sunfire battlesuits. Clawed Fiends back online with one fully healed or replaced dude. Venerable Dreadnought still kicking, but won't be kicking for much longer. Ravager will be going down, some Valkyrie bombs going off. Trueborn Warriors, birthed in the original manner, not in some test tubes, firing away at this listening post. Do have a big drop in the middle, round the back. Another Venerable Dreadnought will be precariously on the backside of the Great and Clean one. That's probably not where I'd want to stand with that Great Demon. Will be throwing up on anyone and everyone. Although finally the Great and Clean one looks like it will be shot down. I imagine it probably does explode. Let's have a quick look. Well, he eventually will explode. Oh no, never mind. It just fades into existence. Brilliant. We've also had the Clawed Fiends well up here, disappearing as well. I just remember in Dawn of War 2 it kind of explodes into a massive gristle and death, and apparently not. We have a sizable amount of traitor guardsmen being deep strikes over. Well, Valkyrie dropped into here. Tau and Marines alike doing their best to hold fire, well, hold them back with plasma fire and whatnot. We do have the Chaos player. Is it the Chaos player? Or the Dark Elder player? Or someone. Can't tell whose flag that is. Capturing the fallen strategic points of the Tau base. Just having a look at the economies. 175 and 147. It does look like... Yeah, it seems that there's quite the economic advantage for the forces of evil at the moment. And we do have... What on earth is that? Newborn Warrior seeming to fire across the battlefield. Well, I assume that's some sort of glitch or bug. Dark Eldar Disco going on over here. Got a Storm Raven Fury, a big old chunky flying unit. Engaging in what they can. Sizable amount of Imperial Guard force over here. Trying to see if they can go into the enemy base, although maybe they want to help defend. But I suppose the best form of defense is attack. Lehman Russ, destroyer of the traitor guardsman, aiming for that stronghold, will be shot by this heavy bolt turret with missiles. Might want to take that down first before anything else happens to it. Big explosion from the Storm Raven Fury. Oh, blimey, that's quite the attack animation. I do like that. Lots of Sunfire battlesuits chunking their way through these guys. The Obliterators might not be numeral enough to stand alone against these guys. Lots of explosions. A friendly Baneblade being dropped will be able to prevent the push from this side for now. And the forces of good can breathe a relative sigh of relief for the moment. And now is the good side to turn the tables and push their way into the base. Ogryns at the front. We're trying to focus down on these mechanised commands. Earthshaker platform is going to be built up over here. Cabal Fortress being built up over here as well. A Clawed Fiend is going to come around the sides. That's a significant amount of Ogryns, actually. We also have some corrosive acid from the Dark Eldar to reduce the armour of anyone nearby. Potential disco going in the Cabal Fortress over yonder. Earthshaker platforms using the river as cover will be able to destroy a fair whack of these Lehman Russes. Baneblade there, firing away, does manage to take down this Clawed Fiend. We have a second push going on over here as well. Lots of fire there. Great and Clean One spawning back in, although he's not going to survive for nearly as long as he did previously. Absolutely being chunked down as quick as you like. These Sunflowers going to be teleporting, well, jumping over here. Not Sunflowers, Sunfires. And the Great and Clean One will once again not explode but fade into the distance. Peace out, Hermie. We'll see you next time. Armoured Commands being rebuilt over here. Lehman Russ Executioner being brave and standing firm over here. It does look like we've got another Baneblade being dropped. Yeah, there we go. Secondary Baneblade. If one Baneblade won't do it, get a second one. We have a Soul Cage over here as well, which is interesting. So all of a sudden, with all these boys' big units being destroyed and killed, and with two Baneblades out for the Loyalist forces, things might look like they're about to turn around. We have a Dark Eldar portally nonsense coming down, which does just loads of damage around anything that can see and fire at. I do believe it's also untargetable, but going around on the Dark Eldar side, does it have a little... Oh no, you can't. It's not like Soulstorm where you can move it around, it just comes down, blows lots of things up. Lieutenant's command tank being shot away. Field medic alone in life. Do have one of these, whatever that is. Mobile shield generator. Got the sound it makes as well. Trueborn warriors. Arrogant in poise, but deadly in combat. Although, mind you, won't do much against these guys. Do have some Whirlwind Mark II tanks as well, firing away at these Chaos Terminators. Chaos Terminators very chunky, but against this mass will not survive. We have a singular Obliterator. Although, never mind, we've got a couple of Obliterators actually doing what they can. Storm Raven Fury, Titan in its own right, using all the rockets and death and destruction it possibly can, exploding all the bits and bobs. Lehman Russ is pushing forward, another Baneblade on the side. It does seem like the first Baneblade of the Loyalist Guard were taken down. These Leman Russes probably won't survive for much longer neither. They have been shot down. The Storm Raven Fury, unsupported now though, will be able to move back into friendly territories. We do have some traitor guardsmen teleporting round the side, splitting the attention of the forces of good. We have quite a sizable force over on this side, which I quite like the idea that they've now decided to put some boys on this side. Will take the Tau a significant amount of time to get those boys round over on this side. You have a friendly Baneblade, although mind you, can this Baneblade actually get out of the base? Obliterators moving round to the Imperial Guard side of things. Kasrkins and Kasrkin airborne veterans firing at their loyalist counterparts. And it's just a slow push into the Imperial Guard base. And Industry Command looks like it's attempting to be made. We do have 2 Mars pattern commands. Nothing being built on them at the moment. A Fiend, or Clawed Fiend, being taken down over yonder. And this Tau squad, these Tau boys over here, not quite responding to the threat. They are moving some guys over here, some Terminators into the base. Field Command being blown up, slowly but surely, by the Obliterators. We do have a Colonel, as well as a whole bunch of Terminators moving around the flanks. We're making quick work of these Leman Russ Executioners, with the missiles on their back and their plasma cannons and whatnot. Bloody hell, the Storm Raven Fury doing a bit of a dip there. Corrosive Acid on this Vox Operator and his Kasrkin airborne veterans as well. Field Command has gone down to 2nd Field Command. Looks like it'll be going down soon as well. What's going on the base? We do have... Oh shit, they move! That's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. I do not like that animation. Proper scary that is, mate. Obliterators defending this place over here. We do have a countdown of some description. Not sure what the countdown's for. That is also terrifying. Nothing more terrifying than a countdown which you don't know what it's for. Terminator's trying to push back these Aris spiders. There we go. We got there in the end. Does seem like that the Aris spiders were doing that countdown, so we'll take it as we go. Got a big blue explosion going on over here. Very slow. Very pretty. Like a blue rose opening its petals in a field of war. Baneblade being shot at both sides by the looks of things. Leman Russ over here being blown up. Storm Raven Fury, barely alive at the moment, is being repaired. And the Imperial Guard player holding on for dear life. It's Field Command being built up over here. The XV-8 crisis suits are now finally coming back over here. But maybe it's a little bit too little too late. They've been recapping all this area. Leman Russ Executioner firing away at this chapel barracks. Now I'll go and see if they can assist their brethren. It does seem like... I can't see the Space Marine base actually. Has the Space Marine player died? Oh no, they've got a stronghold over here. Yes, it does look firmly on the side of the forces of evil. But you just never know in these crazy games of Dawn of War, Ultimate Apocalypse. The Storm Raven Fury might be able to do something. He's being pummeled by this big purple ray. Kasrkin Storm... Oh, sorry, Kasrkin Airborne Veterans firing away at this Mars Pattern Command. Imperial Guard now with a lowly field command left. Slowly but surely being built up. Storm, Raven, Fury also being taken down gradually by the Trueborn warriors. Soulstorm going down on the stronghold. Heavy weapon support team for the traitors, focusing down the Sunfire battlesuits. Heavy weapons team's not going to survive for much longer, although mind you, just narrowly clutching a victory over there. Storm Raven trying to support these guys, bringing a big... Oh, it wasn't a Tau Bluey, it was a Raven Bluey that we saw earlier. Yeah! Love that. Wonderful attack. And fire animations and whatnot. I'm going to fast forward it. It does seem like there's going to be a victory. I just want to see if there's any other cool units that we can see spawn before the game is over. Would be a shame to miss out on any cool models. Storm Raven, Fury. Seeing if it could do anything. Let's have a look. Anything else cool coming out? We've got a Ravager Titan! Oh, he's got a wonderful voice line. Let me quickly find him for you. Where is he? Listen to this bad boy. Absolute chaos. Yeah. I've got a Titan Assembly Beacon, so that Tau Titans look like that they might be coming out as well. And we have a whole smorgasbord of loyalist conscripts. That's probably why my frame rate has shat the bed for a little while. Lehman Russ annihilates, pushing forward. The only thing that the Guardsmen can offer at this point now is just bodies. A mass of men. See if they can hold back the march of the Titan. Lots of missiles. Explodey bits. Trying to focus down on these crisis battlesuits. Battlesuits that are managing to weather the storm somewhat. These Arrow Spiders being blown up by Terminators. Titan stomping its way in. And these conscripts for the Emperor charging in. Gonna go around the flank. These Hydra AA tanks though might have a field there. With the sheer amount of bodies that they have the opportunity to shoot down. But let's have a look from the perspective of the Guardsmen. Trying to get into close combat. But they're not going to be able to fare very well. They're not even going for close combat, they're just going around the side. And it does look like... there we go, now they're going for the charge. Now that the morale's broken, that's the time to charge. And it does look like that the forces of evil have won this one. Conscripts. First one's in, last one's out. Just charging in with their bayonets. They would do a Kriegsman proud. Although, look at that, the sheer amount of dead and dying left on the battlefield. Well, I mean, fairly exciting game. Yeah, just got to see lots of really cool units, which is nice. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.